get the form and fill it out and send back whatever the first premium is.
So we talked about what your dad did, or his family. His mom owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
And what did his dad do?
Oh, that's a story and a half. I have to.
You ever hear about the King of Siam?
The King of Siam?
Is it Thailand?
Yeah, the movie. Anna and the King of Siam.
No kidding? Where the hell have you been?
I was born in 1986. I'm guessing this was made long before then.
The King of Siam, after he became king, made a round-the-world trip. His retinue was something like 80 people, including about 40 wives and so forth. And for the Swiss part of his journey, somebody hired for him our grandfather.
What's his first name?
Frederick.
Frederick Kupfer.
I think. I'll have to look that up. I can find it. Anyhow, and his job was to make sure that the hotel was ready for this big crowd of people, and that they had certain dietary rules that had to be followed, etc., and gotten transportation for them and all of that. And when the king left Switzerland, he gave our grandfather a little medal, which I have. I guess you have one, don't you? Well, and it's not a valuable medal as such, because he gave them out to everybody. But we have a picture of the King of Siam. Each one of us have a copy of it, and it's written and it's a signature on it. Of course, that's a photocopy. It's not the original. But anyhow, our grandfather died at a young age. Our father was, I think, either 6 or 8 years old when his father died. So he never really knew him well, you know. And so when you ask, well, what did he do? I don't know what to say, other than to say, I would say he was like a professional tour guide or something, you know.
Very interesting.
And what about the Fleischlies family? What did they do?
Uncle Gus, the grandfather that we loved,
Yeah.
had a battle with the bottle. And the story that I got from my Aunt Helen is that he abused his children, especially one of the daughters who had, what the hell is the name of that disease?
What?
Aunt Teresa had a disease. She died a year before I was born, so I didn't know. She was beautiful.
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy. She was a beautiful girl. I have a picture of her. She was the maid of honor in my mother's and father's funeral, wedding. I meant to bring it to you tonight. I've got a photocopy of that I'll give you.
And our grandpa, John Fleischlie, was a glazer. Put glass in houses. And I helped him put the glass in the Unity Village Tower. One glass got broken, and he was hired to fix it, and I went up there with him.
I didn't know that. I'd forgotten that.
I tell everybody that. See that glass there? I helped put it in.
I forgot that. How in the heck did Unity get in touch with him?
I know Arnie, I knew real well.
Well, anyhow, yeah, that might be it.
What did the Fleischlies do in Switzerland before they came over?
Don't know. Fleischlie is a big family in Lucerne, the canton of Lucerne. And our Cheyenne family has made contact with several of them from time to time. But I don't know anything about them. And that's too bad. But,
Did you see that statue of Elizabeth Fleischlie? Where is that?
the statue of her? Oh! It's Catholic Church. Lucerne is a Catholic canton. there's this little church, and the entrance outside for about 10 feet comes together like this for the double doors.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 4 statues, full size, human size, 4 statues on each side, and a name above them. Now the name indicates that they gave a lot of money to the church, or they did something to the church, or they
were a
made their
saint.
daughter a nun, or their son a priest, or something wonderful for the church. And one of them is Elizabeth Fleischlies.
That's our mother's name.
And that's our
Oh,
mother's maiden name, see? And of course, it doesn't refer to her.
Right.
It's just a coincidence.
When did they come over, your mom's family? Do you know?
The 1880s.
1880s.
The 1880s.
And your dad, you don't know the year he came to the United States, do you? You don't know the year he came to the United States?
Oh, yeah. I can come close to it. It's because he witnessed the coronation of an English king while he was working in London. And that's either 1812 or 1813. We could look that up just by finding it.
You mean 1912 or 1913?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 18.
Your dad, but I'm talking about your dad. He
Yeah,
didn't
he
come,
was born in 1891.
right, so 1912 or 1913.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, in America. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And what did he go to London? So he didn't go Switzerland straight to America, he went to London
He
first?
went first to Paris.
Oh, wow.
His mother's idea was that he should become in the hotel business or the restaurant business. So he went to Paris. I don't know how long he was there. Worked in a small hotel.
He also worked in hotels in Switzerland,
Yeah.
and I stayed in
Balance.
that. Stayed in one of them. Balance, yeah.
The Balance Hotel.
But he wanted to go. He was active, young.
Wanted
He
to
wasn't
travel.
interested in being in the damn army. He wanted to meet people, go people, and learn things.
And so he went to Paris and then...
But before he got to Paris, he was in Lucerne. And it became public that Mr. Zeppelin, who was right on the German side of the lake, had made this airship
Right.
and was going to fly over Lucerne. And everybody is out in the street, and he is working the elevator in this little hotel.
Mm-hmm.
They did it this way.
The lift.
Oh. So he goes up on the roof and he watches the Zeppelin. Everybody's downstairs. They can't get up to see the Zeppelin. But the Graf is the first name of the inventor of the Zeppelin.
Graf Zeppelin, yeah.
Yeah. And Dad saw that at the Balance Hotel, and the Balance Hotel is sitting right on the river. Beautiful location. Still there. I've often wondered if they'd have any records.
And they got a Kiwanis Club there.
Yeah. And
Bellance?
Balance. Balance.
Okay.
Then he went to Paris. And that's where he learned that mustard sauce for the tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
The gardener, he was not a gardener. He was I don't know, gopher guy. I don't know what he did. But he watched the gardener bring in tomato and with a big spoon cut it up and then put a little olive oil on it and a little vinegar and mustard. And the mustard was different. Nobody knew that. And he whipped that with a fork. And he tasted it once, and that's French Kupfer mustard sauce, if you...
So, yeah, I'm very familiar with it. I've tried to recreate it. I never do as good as it seems like it tasted when Grandma made it, but...
Yeah.
What is just oil, vinegar?
Oil and vinegar.
And then she used to put some kind of herb, was it?
Or just the yellow mustard. That's the
it?
difference.
Okay.
And try just a little of it sometime. I love it, naturally, because... But then after he left Paris, he went to London.
Mm-hmm.
Spent about a year there. Learned English, I guess.
Yeah, that's why he went.
Went home to see his mother and then left for America. He saved all his money while he was in London so he could get back to Geneva and then go to London, go to America.